Hello, people. It is JT Sasuke. So, there's nothing that came out today. So I am actually just going to talk to you guys about my thoughts on certain things. First and foremost, this is a sonic screwdriver. I bought it off of Amazon because I have no life. FYI, I probably said this in some of my other Doctor Who videos, but the 11th Doctor is my favorite Doctor, which is why I got this particular sonic screwdriver. But moving forward, so I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on Doctor Who, Naruto, and anything else that I could really think of. So, starting with Doctor Who. I seen the trailer for the part two of the finale. I have to say that I'm very interested. My biggest thing is I feel like Clara is gonna play a huge part in the upcoming plot of the show. And I want to know what. I feel like she's actually going to end up kind of screwing over the Doctor because in the previous episode, the Doctor basically got betrayed by Clara, but he forgave her almost instantly. So I feel like that is just kind of gonna be played on, and Clara probably ends up getting mind controlled and betraying him, or something, and he is basically gonna have to test the Doctor's loyalty to Clara herself. Um, Clara as a character, I think she's one of the best companions. She's kind of like a Donna companion mixed with an Amy companion because she's been with the Doctor for a long time now. So now she kind of has a gist of what it is that she needs to do when the Doctor is doing things. But at the same time, she's also there to keep the Doctor in check. If you guys remember from David Tennant's run, Donna Noble literally kept the Doctor in check. Because the Doctor, he always had this God complex about him, like he was far above everyone else, and she was just like, "You aren't shit. Bring that shit back down here." So yeah, I feel like that is the kind of companion she is. And she's a great companion. I like a lot of her scenes. I know that a lot of people probably express a lot of dislike because of the way Stephen Moffat wrote her character. But I think it gives her a lot of contrast to her character. It makes her more human. You know what I mean? Because if you're going out with someone and your boyfriend just happened to or girlfriend just happened to die, and you know someone who can travel through time and space, basically has a time machine that could go back and save them, wouldn't you want to like be like, hey, could you like take me back in time so I can save my boyfriend or girlfriend? I know I would. If my girlfriend just randomly died and I had a friend that could take me back in time to save her, yeah, I would definitely do that. I don't care what the costs are, as long as they aren't too significant. Even then, fuck it, I still got my girlfriend back. Um, so there's that. And then a lot of people, I remember a lot of people didn't like how Clara went off on the Doctor after Kill the Moon. And my thing with that is like you have to think about it from Clara's perspective. Clara literally was left in charge of making one of the biggest decisions ever. And if she chose the wrong decision, it could have meant the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? And that could have went either way. Either they destroyed the moon and that would have fucking flooded the world, or they could have left it alone and took a chance. And the world could have either been destroyed or the world could have either been left alone. In the end, it was left alone. And although I understand the Doctor, it's not his planet really, and he can't make all these huge and big decisions for people. It's like you don't just skip out on people. You don't just kick a little girl out your TARDIS, jump in your TARDIS and leave, leaving three women. And no offense to women, but I'm not trying to say women are incapable of making decisions because honestly, if women ran the world, I think everybody would get along a lot better. I just think there'd be a lot of bickering between countries instead of war, which is what you know a lot of male politicians want is war, and it's like I don't see why. But we're not getting into that. But you left three women who were very uncertain of what to do. The only person that was certain on what to do was the astronaut, and she wanted to destroy the fucking moon. Clara didn't know what she wanted to do. You got a 15-year-old girl sitting there with the two of them. Like, really, you're gonna leave a schoolgirl, an astronaut, and a school teacher in a room with a bomb saying save the world or whatever, like, really. But I thought it was good. I always knew that Peter Capaldi's version of the Doctor was gonna push her over the edge. I always knew that. It was obvious from it was obvious from their first ever like true interaction in the restaurant during Deep Breath, which once again my favorite episode of the series. But it was obvious ever since then that he was gonna push her too far one day. It came sooner than I thought it was going to, definitely, but it was definitely obvious. I love Peter Capaldi as the Doctor. He brings sort of a Ninth Doctor feel back to it because the Ninth Doctor was a complete and total asshole, but it grew on you. Peter Capaldi is a complete and total asshole, but it grows on you. Um, when it comes to the Master, I think that the Master is going to be pulling the strings, but I feel like there's someone pulling her strings, or I should call her the Mistress now. Yeah, I feel like I feel like there's someone else behind the scenes really pulling her strings and telling her what to do. And we'll see. The fact that she came back means that there's a possibility. Well, the fact that she came back and the fact that she has Time Lord technology means that there's a possibility of getting to Gallifrey. And I'm hoping that one of the Doctor's adventures will be finding Gallifrey again. Now, hopefully the Time Lords are not gonna be they are, like they were back when the 10th Doctor had his run and the Time Lords were trying to come back from the Master at the time. Because they came back and they wanted to destroy the universe, and it's like, okay, look, you guys are fucking up. Alright, like, how you gonna sit there and be gone from the universe and then you wanna come forward in time and destroy this shit? Like, that's only making you look worse. But during Matt Smith's run, the Time Lords wanted to return peacefully, so I'm hoping that they stay that way. But I feel like someone pulling Missy's strings. The reveal of Missy being the Master was very interesting. I didn't expect it all throughout the series. Once she started speculating on who she was, that's when I kind of realized she is most likely the Master. And so when she just said I couldn't keep calling myself the Master, I was like, okay, yep, that confirms it. I still was like, yeah, I was just really shocked and I honestly ill prepared for it. Like, it was a very great way to introduce her at the end of the series when, we have the finale. Now, I do believe that they are possibly testing the waters to see if a female doctor would be significant or good. If they do have a female doctor, which I personally don't have a problem with, I think that a doctor should be a female every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of give it a more of a broader range. I would like to see how a woman takes on the role of this iconic role as the Doctor, instead of the female always being the companion, the female actually being the main protagonist in the show. But I feel like with Missy being the Master, they're basically just testing the waters. I'm pretty sure that most people have a good reaction out of it. I know I have the best reaction. I think that it was, I honestly like the fact that the Master is a female this time around. It just makes things a lot more interesting. Um, so, yeah. And if, what I'm saying, like, there's a couple of different things that they have to do because when it comes to the Doctor, I'm pretty sure first they're going to tackle the Doctor being female, which will eventually happen. And then here comes the big topic, and I'm not going to go too much into this one because then I'm going to switch over to Naruto. But after they tackle the Doctor being a female, which I hope they do, then there might possibly be talk about the Doctor being black. The only thing I'm gonna say about that is, once again, I have no problem with I have no problem if they make the Doctor black. I think that'd be pretty cool, and then not just because I'm black, but it would be interesting, just like the way the Doctor being a female would be interesting. You know, just to give it a broader range of influence. And then yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, yeah, so that's basically it. Doctor Who. That is it. I can't wait for the next series, which won't be for some odd amount of time that I will actually talk about in my next video. I'll look it up to see when Series 9 is coming out. Um, Moving on to Naruto. So as we know, tomorrow is going to be the final Naruto chapter ever. I'm going to be doing a live reaction video to this, and then I'm going to be doing a review to it. So just to let you guys know, FYI, I'll be doing my reviews for Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece throughout the day. But in all actuality, I'm very excited for the next chapter, but I'm also like really sad. It may not look like it because I mean I've come to terms with the fact that Naruto is ending, but I am deeply sad because I've literally grown up on it. I remember watching. I remember when I didn't like Naruto, and that was when it like first aired on Cartoon Network before Toonami was created. It was just a regular scheduled program on Cartoon Network, and then they put all the anime stuff on Toonami, and that included Naruto. And I remember back when it was just a regular scheduled thing on Cartoon Network, and like I didn't like it. I thought it was stupid. Then I sat down and watched an episode, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is awesome!" And then after it went off on Toonami, I decided to. Well, no, not even. I decided early. I decided a little bit later to actually just start over from the beginning, so I knew what happened, and I finished the entire series. And it just really made me It just really made me have great appreciation for it. Then I found out about Shippuden, and I kept up with that, and that was ending. And I had to be at least like I had to be at least like 10 or 11 when I first started watching Naruto. Because by the time, no, not even, I had to be younger than that. Because by the time I was in sixth grade, I was 12, and Shippuden was coming out, or it was already out. So yeah, just Naruto. It's been out for so long, and it's ending. And like Naruto is one of the greatest animes of all time. I don't care what no one says. That's my personal opinion of Naruto. It is one of the greatest animes of all time, and it's very influential. I hope that a lot of anime look at Naruto and take a lot of influences off of it, because Naruto as a show and as a manga is really great. It has a great complex storyline. It had great characters. A lot of them are developed. Some of them are underdeveloped. But even then, it's like I can live with it because even the undeveloped characters have certain storylines or certain parts to the plot that apply to them that make them useful. And that's what I liked about Kishimoto. Even when Sakura with her useless self, even when Sakura was once again useless, she was still kind of useful. Even though most of the time she was fucking useless. Um, so yeah, it just makes me sad that Naruto's gonna end. And if I could have my thoughts on it, I would say that I would hope that tomorrow's chapter gives us what happens directly after the fight, and then somewhere down the line, and how things are gonna start working together. I hope they show. I hope he shows just exactly how Kakashi becomes Hokage. Um, Spoiler alert, FYI. And I'd also, like other people are saying, I'd like to actually see the final chapter, part two or chapter 700, end with the new character designs. I'd also like to see something go on between Naruto and Hinata. I like to see a definitive answer that Naruto no longer likes Sakura, and he would sit there and talk to Hinata and say, "Hey, I wanted to talk to you about your feelings for me," or something like that. You know what I mean? You just some type of confirmation, because he was definitely an asshole. And this was just Kishimoto basically trying to not confirm that Naruto and Hinata were gonna be a thing. But when Minato first appeared on the battlefield and he was like, "Hey, is Sakura your girlfriend?" He was like, "Yeah, I guess you could say that." And I'm like, everything that she's done for you up until now, and you still say that this bitch is your girlfriend. Okay, but yeah, I digress. So I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping that we get details on why Sasuke looks like a fucking nomad. It seems like Sasuke's been traveling the world, and it seems like Sasuke is holding in his heart that the only person that he truly doesn't gonna care about is Naruto. And if that's true, then hey, that's Sasuke. But I'm hoping that he gets some type of interesting. I'm hoping that he gets some type of interesting storyline as far as like love at least, because as much as I hate Sakura and feel like she doesn't deserve love, she should at least get the love that she's always wanted, even if it isn't in the way that she wanted it. You know what I mean? Um, the last Naruto the movie, and this video is pretty long, so I'm about to, I'm not gonna do too much more. But the last Naruto the movie. Now, this movie is coming out December 6th in theaters in Japan. I'm assuming we should get it subbed either the week of the 15th or the week of Christmas. Um, it's gonna take a while to sub it, but we should be getting it within a couple weeks after it's released in Japan. We're obviously not gonna get it in English dub till like fucking months and months and probably years later. I actually checked on where the anime is for the English dub, and they're pretty far behind, but they're good enough. They're pretty deep into the fourth Great Ninja War right now. Kakashi just put Zabuza to rest again, so they're getting there. They're definitely getting there. So anybody who's keeping up with the English dub, you've probably already been spoiled if you read this, if you watched this review, and two, if you're watching the English dub, just know that you'll be getting to where you need to be eventually. So, but yeah, I have high expectations for Naruto the Last. The official synopsis came out. Um, Basically, somebody who's related to Kaguya is going to be coming back. He's going to try and kidnap Hinata, but he ends up kidnapping Hinabi instead. And he's going to actually end up fighting Naruto and his friends. In the beginning, he's going to overwhelm them with a powerful force of puppets, and then Naruto and his friends are going to go on the journey to save Hinabi. Um, Judging from the trailer, by the end of this movie, we should have Naruhina confirmed. So, with that being said, that's basically all. That's basically all I want. I want, I want explanations on how Kakashi became Hokage, what happened to Tsunade, confirmation that Sakura is gonna at least get some type of love interest, even though she doesn't deserve love. Confirmation that Naruto and Sakura are not gonna be a thing. We're obviously gonna get confirmation about Naruhina later on in the last. Also want to really know what happened to the world over the 2 year time skip, which we'll probably elaborate on more in the last. But if not, then in the next chapter tomorrow. So that's what I want. Those are my thoughts. Not much else I really want to say. So thank you guys for watching. If you stuck with me all this time, and I will see you guys tomorrow.